Katie, I heard all about it. You guys were able to buy yourselves a house. What kind of house is it? Where did you guys end up buying it at? Where's the house located? Are you guys close to any bus stops or subway stations?
Hello, Eleanor. We were planning to start telling everyone about the new house after we moved in and got comfortable, but it seemed like you heard about us from someone else first.
So, when did you guys move in?
We were still working on the paperwork, so it'll be a bit until we're completely moved in. We'll be going to the place with a moving truck once those papers are all taken care of.
When will that be?
Around the beginning of next month, we think.
The beginning of next month? And how many rooms are in the place?
Do you mind asking your brother about all that?
He won't ever tell me anything about your new house. He's always been such a selfish little boy.
Well, if he's not willing to tell you anything, then what makes you think that I will? I'm sorry, but until he begins to talk more about the house, I'm going to refrain from answering you.
Huh? Hold on a second. What the heck? And who do you think you are? I'm the one asking you a question here. And that means when you get asked a question by me, you answer it.
I feel really bad having to say this to you, but neither Jackson or I want to tell you very much detail about our new house we just bought. So please leave us be for the time being.
Why should I? What about me asking about my younger brother's house is so wrong here?
Ever since him and I started to become serious, you have always been around us. Whether that be when our parents finally met with one another or when I went on trying wedding dresses. You were always around, right? Then you would always talk over us whenever we were discussing things, like this is your relationship and not ours. I'm sorry, but we didn't start dating and get married just so we could be bossed around by you, alright?
I'm just thinking about the both of you, since you're both amateurs when it comes to everything. And that's why I help you both out by telling you what I think. Yet for some reason, neither of you ever listen to me, and just do things the way you both like to. Had you both actually took what I was saying seriously, your guys' wedding would have been so much better.
Then please, when you decide to find a man of your own and get married, put those ideas of yours to good use and have a wonderful wedding.
You don't have to tell me that.
By the way, when it came to our honeymoon, you tried to come along with us as well, right?
That was just the place I had always been wanting to go, so I thought it would be the perfect time to tag along with you both. That's why I said I'd be coming along.
And what did you think would happen when you asked us to pay for you to come with us, even though it was our honeymoon?
Well, you never did end up getting me a hotel room or anything, so I was never able to come to the end.
And we used that money in order to buy lots of souvenirs for everyone, right? By the way, I've never heard of any couple wanting their family coming along with them when they go on their honeymoon.
So you're not going to tell me about your new house because you're still upset over all of that? I am Jackson's older sister.
And what do you plan to do with all that information you want to get from us about that place?
You already know what I plan to do. I'm going to live with the both of you.
Live with the both of us?
It's just the both of you going there, right? And even if you guys have kids, all you're going to need is 2 bedrooms. So I'm just going to assume there's 2 or 3 rooms in the house, as well as a kitchen and dining room. Also a living room and bathroom, right? As long as there's all of that there, then that should be perfect for the 3 of us living together. I can stay there as long as you guys don't have kids yet, if there's only 2 bedrooms, right? You did say the place is a house, right? Which means there has to be plenty of room in that place, so I'm expecting an empty room that you both won't be using yet.
And what you're thinking is that you can just come crashing into our new house and live in that room?
Don't be so rude. I'm not gonna come crashing into your house. I'm just being kind by allowing you both the privilege of having me to live with you. Having a lot of people in the house is a lot more exciting, right? I have been wanting a brand new house for so long now.
Well, this is going to be Jackson's and my house, so no thank you.
I'm sure you guys just bought that house because you won the lottery, right? So don't be such stingy jerks when you have all that money now.
How come you know about that?
Well, why else would you be having such a lovely house? I'm looking forward to it. If you guys are planning on moving in at the beginning of next month, expect me to be there at the month after that. I'll start preparing myself for the move over there.
I never said that you could come and live with us.
What's wrong with the older sister coming to live with her little brother? And by having me around in the future, when you guys have kids, you can use me to take care of them. When you guys are buying furniture for the place, please let me know. I'll be kind by coordinating what all you guys are allowed to buy. I don't trust whatever sense the 2 of you have. I already had to witness your guys' awful wedding before.
No, thank you. Jackson, I got another 15 calls today from your sister today. She also sent me a bunch of texts talking about how she wants to coordinate what furniture we buy for the house. She even sent me pictures of what she wants. I feel that no matter what I say to her, she's not going to listen.
I'm sorry, Katie. I really feel bad about how much of a pain my sister is. She has been trying to get a hold of me by call and text so much that I just went and muted all her notifications. She's still family to me, so I can't block her or anything. But she's nothing to you, so you can go right ahead and block her if you want.
I'd love to block her and all, but I know for a fact that she's tried and reached out to me on other platforms. I could even try changing my number and block her on all my social media accounts, but she'd figure out another way to find me. And if I were totally cutting her off and never responding to anything she says for a while, she'd probably come right to our house, right?
True. We've already bought the house and everything, so she can just look us up and find this house.
You've already told her no to everything, right?
About her asking to come and live with us? Of course I've told her no already. Not only is she a major troublemaker, but she's also a complete shut-in, so I do not want her coming into our house. I also know very well that she'd start to cause you even more frustration, and I do not want that.
Thank you for understanding.
We really need to figure out a plan, though. If we don't end everything now, she's gonna start causing problems for me and my work. I'm already having a hard time focusing there.
Same here. I try taking calls while at work, but while I'm on my phone, I can just hear my phone going off constantly because of her.
She does nothing with her life, so she has all day to just continuously call you.
What I don't understand is that if she wants to move so much into a new place and won't take no for an answer, why doesn't she just find a place for herself?
Because she has no money, and she's so used to having others taking care of her that she would never be able to manage on her own. She'd probably starve if she was kicked out of my parents' house. This is the whole reason why I told my parents to kick her out of their house as soon as possible, so all of that could be avoided.
Well, in her eyes, she sees nothing wrong with still living with your parents. But there's something wrong with it if she's that old.
But it seems that pretty soon here, my parents will both be retiring from their jobs. So I'm thinking once they're ready to retire, they will no longer want to take care of her. I really hope that means they'll force her out of that house.
You think that'll happen?
That's most likely why she's trying to move in with us now, right? She knows it's coming. She also knows about how you and I are working and make some decent money.
She also learned about how we won the lottery, so now she is really aware that we have a lot of money.
I think we're gonna have to cut ties to her here. If not, she's really going to cause us some major headaches. That woman has always been so mean about everything and never takes no for an answer no matter what. We really have to have a plan here, Katie.
Well, if you want a plan, I've had something come to mind.
What's that?
This will require us to get in touch with another retailer, which will cost a bit of money.
If you're worried about money, you don't have to be anymore now that we have money. As long as this will help us get rid of Eleanor, I'm all ears.
So we are both prepared to say goodbye to her forever, right?
Of course, you and I have our life together to look forward to, and it won't involve her.
Then let's talk about what I have in mind tonight when we are both home.
I can't believe what all of our life she's already made a mess of. Our wedding, our honeymoon, not this. I'm so sorry that we haven't been able to have a normal life yet because of her.
Don't worry about it, Jackson. Even with her being a huge pain, she's never made me want to say goodbye to you, and that's why I've started making this plan in my head. So let's talk about it tonight and put it in action.
Thank you so much, Katie. I'll do my best to get home from work early today.
The movers are heading over to your place right now, so make sure you're there to let them in. I don't have the key to your place yet, so you'll have to open the door. What are you talking about, Eleanor? Playing dumb, I see. I've already spoken to both you and Jackson about how I'd be moving in with you guys, right? You guys moved into that house at the beginning of last month as well, right? Hold on a second. We never even told you about where the house we bought was, right? All I had to do was look the both of you up and found the house. You already know about how I'm on my computer all the time, right? I've been using computers for years and years now, and know how to get any information I need to one. So, all I did was ask someone who knew how to find people where you both moved to, and after they told me how to look for you guys on my computer, I did just that, and boom. I get that you can do that, but just how? We made sure not to even post anything about our address and made sure that retail agency didn't upload anything. I was able to take a look at one of your private Instagram accounts. And on there's a picture of you on your day off going to eat, right? You actually upload 2 pictures like that on your account now since you moved. One is the picture of just you and the other is you and Jackson. And how did you find our address with those pictures? The place you guys went to eat was nowhere close to where you both lived before, right?
Which means if you guys were going out to eat at a restaurant on your day off and it was in walking distance, you both are living in that area. In the other words, I just had to look up newly built houses in that area to find out where you guys most likely moved into. Then I went and took a trip out there myself to confirm which new house you were moved into, and there I saw your guys' car parked out front. You did all of that? I was also able to pass the restaurant from your photos, and that place was really close to your new house indeed. I also happen to remember how you guys' weddings look, and based off that, I could tell that you guys' sense of style was when I was looking at the house. It's this, right? What? You're kidding, right? I should become a detective or something. Anyways, I know where the both of you are living now, and that means I can move in there by the end of the today. Hold on a second, Eleanor. If you moved out there, the only person who's going to be in any trouble is you. Now, why would I be in any trouble? I'm going to start heading there as well now, so I'll see you really soon. We aren't in that house, though. Huh? Are you both out shopping right now or something? Head back home right now and leave the door open for us. You can do that, right? That's not it at all. Eleanor, look at your phone. You both are still not home yet. I just arrived with the movers. We have to move all of my things into the house now, so hurry up already. Are you trying to make me upset? Well, I have no choice but to let myself in right now. Wait, how are you going to do that? There's nothing even in this house yet. Have you guys not fully moved in yet or something? Hold on. How did you even get in there? I broke in through the window. Duh. I told you that the movers are here and are pulling the trucks in. I can't keep them all waiting, so I had to find a way inside. And let me just say this now. You both are going to have to buy yourselves a new window. I told you I'd be moving in today and said that you needed to be home in order to unlock the door, so this is all your fault. You just broke into a house. I didn't break into just any house, though. This is your guys' house, and since my brother is the one who bought it, that makes it also mine. This house is mine. We are living in a condo, though. What? A condo? What are you talking about? You both bought a brand new house, right? We went and bought a newly built condo. You're lying. You told me before that you guys bought a house. That's when you and I first talked about it, right? And at that time, we were doing all the paperwork and everything for a new house. We had even paid quite a bit for the money already then. Look! You guys won the lottery and you both wanted a brand new house, right? And we did at the time, so we bought a brand new house, but we decided later that we weren't going to live in it. We wanted it in order to sell. In order to sell? The place was already being built at the time we talked with a retailer about it, and by the time it was finished, we decided to buy it. But it wasn't really to our liking in the end, so we decided we'd renovate it a little and sell it. So you guys didn't make that place the way you wanted? Even though you both won the lottery? Yes, we won the lottery, but it was only for a couple 100,000, not millions or billions. Just a couple hundred? That's why we couldn't afford to have a house built to our liking and settle with this place. But when it was finished, we decided to go for a condo instead. You have to be lying. What does this make of the house then? We are living in a condo now, so that place is not our house where we plan to live or anything. It's not even like we really own it anymore either now, since we finished the paperwork for selling it back to our retailer. If that was the case, why didn't you tell me a lot sooner? I've already started to have my stuff moved in here. You can get mad all you want about this, but the other who decided to take matters into her own hands and force herself to come looking for us was you. And you were the one that chose to break into a house that isn't even yours. We are living in a condo in a completely different town right now as well. You're not even in this town? Because of you wanting to live with us so badly, and constantly calling my phone and Jackson's phone nonstop, we had to think of what to do about you. We gave up on that house because it wasn't worth the trouble and asked a new retailer and found us a condo. But you guys already paid for the place, right? You're just going to let it go to waste now? We didn't even think we'd be winning the lottery, so it doesn't feel like a waste to us. And we did sell the place back to the retail agency, so we got it around the same amount of money we spent on it from them. Of course, we were still out a couple thousand in the end, but we like to think of it as the price of cutting ties with you. So, with that in mind, this is a great deal for us. I think the total we lost was $5,000. You're cutting ties to me? Since this is a great chance for us right now, we're saying goodbye to you forever. You're kidding me. As a side note, the picture you sent to me of that house, that's not even the house we wanted at the start. We have no idea whose house that is, actually. Where are you even right now, Eleanor? What? Wait, what did you say? What do you mean you don't know? This house is really close to that restaurant that both of you had been going to. Actually, Jackson and I were both afraid of how much of a stalker you'd become, and in order to hide yourselves from you to the point you'd never be able to find our real house, we both went to a completely different town for a bit and have lunch and such. A completely different town? We just went on a drive to somewhere we'd never been before and found that restaurant I posted a couple times of. Then we talked to our new retailer and told them to get us a place that was nowhere near close to that area.
No way. So then that means this house I just broke into, it really has nothing to do with you both? This is really hard for me to say to you, but what you've just done is crazy enough to have the police called on you.
The police?
You did just break into that house through the window, right?
But there's nothing even in this house.
Is there a paper or anything on the door? Something that says the house has been sold or that the house is in the middle of being cleaned? Now that you mention it, there was a paper on the door.
I assume that since you both have money, you paid to have the house cleared by a company.
The house you assumed we bought would be newly built, so why would we pay for cleaning already?
What?
I'm thinking that the house isn't as new as you think, and that a new family is just preparing to move in, or the owner is preparing to sell it.
Wait, what am I going to do here? I've already had the majority of my things moved inside. Come here right now. Bring a truck or something and help me get out of there.
Not happening.
Why can't you do that for me?
I already told you why. Not only is that place very far from our condo, but both Jackson and I are cutting ties to you now. We really don't have anything to do with you anymore, even if you're about to be in major trouble with the law.
Then tell me where your condo is right now. I'll get my own truck and build all the things there myself.
I don't think you're quite getting what I mean by cutting ties with you.
I get that your place isn't as big as a house, but I need to go there.
Actually, this place is quite big and around the same size as your average townhouse would be. We had been looking for a place like this for a while as we looked at houses, so when the retailer showed it to us, we jumped. It actually has more square footage than the house we wanted at first, making this place even better when thinking of future children. It's also way outside the area you're currently at, so we don't have to worry about you coming here. I'm actually very thankful for what you've done, because had you not have gone completely crazy, we would have never came across a condo like this. Thank you very much, Eleanor.
If you're so thankful for what I've done, then help me get out of this mess right now. If the owner of this house came here right now, I'd be in huge trouble with everyone. All my things are here as well, so I can't just run away.
You are old enough to understand the responsibilities that come with being out of your mind, so please take care of them yourself. All of that has nothing to do with us here. We never even agreed to letting you come live with us in the first place, so figure things out yourself.
Are you saying you're completely fine with me being arrested by the police right now?
Honestly, I don't care what happens to you now.
I'm your husband's older sister, though.
And my husband doesn't care about what happens to you either.
Excuse me?
Take a look at all the things we've said to you before text and you'll understand that neither of us wanted you to come live with us. We didn't agree with you doing any of what you've done, so you're going to get no help from us. We're not even responsible for you.
Hold on a second. A car just pulled in the driveway. That's you guys, right? It has to be. It's your guys' car.
We're both in our condo right now. And we're about to watch a movie with some popcorn. And as far as we're aware, our car wasn't stolen from us, so that can't be it.
Wait, that means this car is...
Perhaps the person that owns the house or one of the retailers for it, or it might even be one of the neighbors coming to see what's going on there.
No! I don't want to be arrested. Please come over here and help me right now. I'll tell you where the place is.
I told you plenty of times now that we're cutting ties to you, so you're not our problem anymore, Eleanor. We don't want you screwing with our lives anymore, and cutting ties to you was our only option. So you're never going to see either of us or hear from us again.
You're lying, right? I am Jackson's sister. You both really plan to just cut me out like this? Hey, Katie? I promise not to ever bother either of you ever again, so please help me here. This is one of the only things I'm asking from you too. Katie!
After that, I went ahead and finally put the nail in Eleanor's coffin by blocking her on both my phone and laptop. Jackson also went ahead and blocked her with me. And since then, we've never had issues arise with her. From what we heard from Jackson's family, Eleanor ended up getting into some legal troubles with the owner of that house after the police were called on her and took her to the local police station. A case was made against her for breaking and entering into the owner's home, and she would have to attend to court hearing about what happened to her. It was decided that she'd have to pay 10 times what the cost of fixing that window would be, as well as live with the crime of breaking and entering of her permanent record forever. After all that was decided upon, she tried to go back home to her parents, but neither of them nor the rest of the family would let her move back in. So she's currently living life in a tiny apartment, working at the local gas station in order to survive. It is going to be some time before she can pay off everything she owes to that victim, so until that day's come, she's going to be living in regret for all of her actions. She has always been a useless shut-in, so I find what happened very good for her, as it finally teaches her what being part of the real world is like.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.